Heyo, your friendly neighborhood quarter guy here, and, well, today, Sega unveiled the final game of their 3-game agreement with Nintendo. As it turns out, it is a game that is a lead-in to the upcoming Sonic cartoon show, Sonic Boom. That makes me not so sure about it, especially when you consider the redesigns they do for some of the characters. Well, I know it's kind of silly of me to judge characters based on their design, but well, let's start with Sonic himself. He looks mostly unchanged. I mean, his leg kind of looked longer, but thankfully Roger Craig Smith is still going to be his voice actor. I mean, he's done an awesome job voice acting Sonic in Sonic Colors. And, okay. Tails definitely looks more like the mechanic role here. He's got the goggles, the wrench, he's even got new gadgets, apparently. Definitely looks kind of fun. And now we get to the one that looks questionable. It's probably going to take me a long time to get used to the new design for Knuckles. I mean, bandaged hands where you used to have gloves, that's one thing, but I'm going to have trouble getting used to a barrel-chested Knuckles. I'm going to be honest with you there. It just looks, for some reason, it looks off for some reason. And then there's Amy. Amy looks largely unchanged, so that's probably a good thing. So the game is going to have, apparently, 4-player local co-op. Super Mario 3D World, anyone? This could either turn out really good or really bad. I'm not sure yet. Well, some encouraging news is that it's being co-developed by Sega and Red Button Entertainment, which, from what I've read, consists of several employees that used to work for Naughty Dog. For those of you who know Naughty Dog, they did the original Crash Bandicoot trilogy on the PS1. I'm pretty sure they also did the they originally did the Jak and Daxter original trilogy. So that has some encouraging news right there. But still, I worry since, you know, it's going to be a tie-in to a cartoon, and those have varying ranges of quality. But I'm going to be optimistic and hope for the best, and I'm going to wait for the review. By the way, next Friday, Top 10 Arcana Heart characters is going to be released. I've got it done well in advance, but I am waiting for Valentine's Day because, you know, it's Arcana Heart, and Valentine's Day is known as a day of love, so now I'm going to share my idea with you for my candidate for March. I've got candidates lined up for top 10 video game card masters. What I mean by that is that characters that use cards in some way in their playstyle. Let me know what you think of that. Well, hopefully that isn't taken by Green Scorpion's Weapons Month 3. I forgot what he had lined up for that, so hopefully that'll work out. I don't want to be intruding into someone else's territory here. Anyways, user questions. Tyler Burke asks, with the new Sly Cooper movie in the works, what video game do you think would be cool to see turned into a movie? I can think of a few. For one thing, I think Star Fox would make an excellent CG movie. I mean, you've got the whole space opera setting. You've got likable characters in Fox and his crew. And I'm going to be honest with you, I seem to be one of the few people who doesn't hate Slippy. I think Pigma's a lot worse, to be honest. Let's see, other games I'd like to see turned into movies. Beautiful Joe. I mean, the entire series pokes fun at movie cliches all the way through, and it's like, I loved playing those games. It's like, and they were so much fun. Speaking of which, Capcom, I hope you can patch things up with Platinum Games so that they can do Beautiful Joe 3. I've been waiting for that for years now. The Wonderful 101, I have to admit, would make a great movie, speaking of Platinum. I mean, it's the whole loving tribute to the superhero genre that would definitely make for a great movie, so long as the producer in question doesn't F it up. Let's see, what else can I think of? Oh well, let's see, let's see. Never, I guess that's all for now. Next question comes from Pengy9290, who asks, have you ever considered doing a countdown of your favorite spin-off games and/or game series? Franchises, probably. Spin-off games, probably not. I will say some of my favorite spin-off games include the Mega Man X series, Battle Network, Mega Man Zero. Let's see, the Wario Land series, which is actually a spin-off of the main Mario franchise. Probably the same could be said for Yoshi's Island. Let's see, what else? Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Probably my favorite Pokemon spin-off. But those are probably... Oh yeah, the Paper Mario series, definitely. And the Mario RPGs in general, to be honest. With the possible exception of Sticker Star. Sticker Star wasn't necessarily bad, there were just some things about it that irked me. And in all honesty, I personally think it's the weakest of the Mario RPGs. But hey, that's my opinion. Next question comes from Mew Fangirl, who asks, have you ever played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Ring of Fates? Man, that's a mouthful of a name. I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't played that game. I don't know, I'm not quite sure why. But I have played the original Crystal Chronicles. And I have to admit, while I'm pretty sure it would be a lot more fun with friends, it was actually not too bad playing it by myself. I mean, sure, there were some things that I had trouble doing by myself, but at the same time, I felt it was indeed a competent game. Though I wish, when I played it in college, that I had more people to play it with. That would have made it a lot more fun. As for why I haven't played Ring of Fates, I honestly don't know. I might try it someday if I can find it used. If anybody has opinions of it, feel free to share them, so that at least I have a recommendation. Anyway, next question comes from MBoyLight, who asks, have you ever played or watched Cardfight Vanguard? Played? No. But I have seen a little bit of it. And I have to admit, I think the gameplay does seem different enough from Yu-Gi-Oh! To warrant itself as its own thing, and not just that series that's riding on Yu-Gi-Oh's success. I actually have I actually bought a trial deck, but I never really got around to really playing it. And it's probably horribly out of date by now. Anyways, final question comes from Ace Lucario, who asks, what is your wish for a better society? Well, less people being idiots, for one thing.